Hello everybody and welcome to the United Community Channel. We are back again with another watch along, and they're running out for this season. We have a away game today for Manchester United. We're away to Brighton and Hove Albion in the league, of course. And second last game. Running out of games for this season, unfortunately. But looking forward to it. Again, obviously, United have to, we're looking at Europa League football. So, obviously, we need to, get 3 points on the board. I think, really, Europa League football is in the bag once we don't lose today. So, but look, obviously, we want to win every game. So, let's hope we can have a good performance, and let's hope that we get the 3 points. The team news has broke in the last maybe 3 quarters of an hour or so, and to be honest, I'm really happy with the starting 11. It's unchanged from the win against Brentford a few days ago. David De Gea in the goal, Dalot and Telles are our fullbacks, with Varane and Lindelof in the middle. Nemanja Matic and Scott McTominay are our holding midfielders. Then we have Elanga on the right, Fernandes on the left, and Mata in the middle as basically the number 10, with Cristiano Ronaldo up front. So unchanged. Brighton, then they go with Sanchez in goal. They have Veltman, Dunk, and Corella as their three at the back. Solly March and Trossard are wide men. Bissouma and Caicedo with Gross, McAllister, and Danny Welbeck comes up against his old club up front. So, look, it has the makings of a good game. Obviously, Brighton have been playing well the last few weeks. I suppose all season, really. They're in a good position, and United are going to have to be on guard. We said it, I suppose, coming into these two games against Brentford and Brighton, that they're not going to be easy games. So we have to, we have to be on our toes and make sure that we can get the 3 points. Alex is in the chat. Good to see you again, Alex. Welcome, buddy. But yeah, I'm really happy with the team news. I have been looking at what Ranić has been saying. Let me just pull up the. Let me pull up the details on what he said. I actually have it on my phone. He has said... Let me just see here now. Oh, I don't have it here. Let me just see. He's basically said that... I suppose the main questions were around... Harry Maguire, and why he's not playing, why he's not come back into the team after his injury. Ranić comes out and says, I know Harry would have wanted to play, but we had other games where Harry played and Varane or Lindelof didn't. This is part of the game, and we have a couple of good central defenders. He said there's no reason to change after a 3-0 win and a clean sheet. With all of these players available, there was no reason to change. So, look, to be honest, I'm happy that he's finally gone with a starting lineup without Harry Maguire in it. Maguire hasn't played a couple of games this season, and straight away has come back into the side, regardless of how well or how poor the defence is played. So, look, obviously, I know there's only 2 games left in the season, and Europa League is basically in the bag for United. But I think this maybe I can nearly see it in Ranić now that with the fact that European football is pretty much guaranteed. It's nearly, the shackles are nearly off with him a bit, and he's making decisions that are now easier to make. Whereas before, there was a lot of people to answer to, and with 2 games left, it's good to see the fact that Harry Maguire is not getting his place back in the squad, because Lindelof and Varane have played well. So hopefully that's a trend we see not only for the remainder of this season, but going into next season as well, that the new manager coming in is going to say, well, look, you know, your starting place is on merit. You know what I mean? You don't get a place in the starting lineup because of who you are, because of how much we paid for you, etc., etc. You get into the team, on the back of your performances, and I think that's very important for the upcoming season. Let's see here. What else have we got to talk about? So yeah. Other things that have been breaking maybe in the past 24 hours or so, and obviously the main one is Paul Pogba and a potential transfer to Man City. According to reports in the Telegraph, Man City have been offered a chance to sign Paul Pogba. Initial talks have taken place, but they are cautious about completing a deal. They are adamant the wages and signing on fee cannot be too high. What do I think about this? I mean, I think Pogba going to Man City would just define the kind of person he is in relation, not personally, but in terms of the kind of player, and it just goes to show, if it does happen. Now this is all hypothetical, but it would go to show the loyalty that he has to Manchester United. I think Paul Pogba going to Manchester City would be as big, if not bigger, than the likes of Carlos Tevez going to Manchester City. Obviously, there's other players that have done it. Andy Cole has gone, has played for both clubs, not directly from Manchester United to Man City. He kind of played for Man City in the twilight of his career. We had Owen Hargreaves is another player who played for both. Again, Owen Hargreaves was close to retirement. He had a lot of injuries, things like that, so he wouldn't have been in the peak of his career. Obviously, he was a lot. He was a lot better when he was with Manchester United. But yeah, I think if Paul Pogba did decide to go to Manchester City, I think it would be massive news. But what I would be interested to see is that if he does go to Manchester City and he plays well, it's going to, I suppose, kind of nearly prove two things. One is he completely underachieved at Manchester United and his performances were nowhere near good enough. And two, the club and coaching staff didn't get the best out of him. So if he did go, it would be interesting to see. And I think, if he did go there and start playing well, he would have a lot of questions to answer himself about why he wasn't able to replicate that form with Manchester United. But again, this is all speculation. Time will tell. But, according to reports, I mean, these are very established journalists that are coming out with it. So I don't think it's as off the cards maybe as people think. But look, it's going to be interesting to see, and by all means we'll be watching it carefully. Let's just have a check here as well. We also had, and he does want him to be a key player, so it's positive. Obviously, me personally, I don't know what anyone else thinks. I'd be surprised if there was Manchester United fans who didn't want Ronaldo to stay. I do want him to stay. For obviously he has one more year remaining on his contract, and I think we are going to sign obviously a striker, if not two, in the summer. So who better to be playing under than Cristiano Ronaldo? So I don't think it would be a bad idea for him to stay on for another year, and hopefully he does. What striker are we going to get? Again, that remains to be seen. I'd like to know maybe who you think Manchester United should sign as a striker, whether it be Nunez, Harry Kane, etc., etc. But I think if it is going to be a young striker like Nunez, for example, who better to be an understudy to than Cristiano Ronaldo? So Yeah, without a doubt, I would be happy for him to stay on there. Let's just have a check here. And also then, finally, we had reports in the last 24 hours. Obviously, not reports, but Ralph Rangnick has come out and said that he did want players in January, and that the board basically told him no. Now, so Rangnick, stated that to the board. He said, we were still in 3 competitions at the time, the FA Cup, the Champions League. At the time, we were 4th in the league. I spoke to the board and told them, shouldn't we at least speak and analyse and find if we can at least get a player on loan or a permanent deal. I was aware that within 4 days at the end of January transfer we had some strikers missing, and that it might make sense to buy. And basically the board flat out rejected his proposal. Again, there has been reports that come out and say that the reason the board have did that is because obviously Rangnick was an interim manager, and that if they were to buy someone in the summer, if they were to buy someone in January, that it would take away from the transfer budget in the summer when a permanent manager was there, and that they did not want to have more players mixing in the squad from different managers, which is kind of what we're seeing at the moment. There's still Ferguson players there, there's Van Gaal players, there's Mourinho players, and there's Solskjaer players. So the board basically vetoed his decisions, and I think it shows complete incompetence from the Manchester United board and hierarchy. I think if we did make a couple of signings, we could have got a couple of signings very cheap. There was 2 or 3 centre midfielders we were linked to that we could have got for less than 10 million. And I think it would have given us a much better chance of going at top 4. So again, I was shocked to hear it. And again, this goes back to what I was saying previously about Rangnick. And, the fact that the season is basically finished now, he knows he's not going to be manager there next season. He has an interim role, a part-time basically interim role. He's kind of letting the shackles off a bit, and he's called the board out on it, and I think he's fucking dead right, to be honest. The board do need to be called out on it. Obviously it's going to be different. There's new people behind the scenes, in the future, but I think he's dead right to call out the board and their lack of competence when it came to signing players in January. So yeah, I mean that's basically the news we've had over the last 24 hours or so. All interesting. Let me see now. But yeah, players are out on the pitch now and getting ready to go. But again, Alex, where did you get your green screen? Just bought it on Amazon, bud. €15 on Amazon. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to this game now. Again, obviously, there's only 2 games to go, so we have to enjoy him as we can get him. So hopefully we can get the 3 points again. You will be hoping Man United get off to a fast start like they did against Brentford the other night. Potentially get an early goal and kick on from there. But it's I'm looking forward to it now. But again, obviously, look, you see there, Danny Welbeck coming up against his old club again, and it's been a long road for Danny Welbeck, isn't it? Really, I think was it Rangnick that? Oh no, sorry, not Rangnick. Van Gaal that got rid of him. I think, but yeah, like we said before, we have Keane in as well. Jack, who do you think is the best young future star? Worldwide, Keane is what you're saying. Let me see. I mean, if we're talking, I suppose Mbappe is not young really anymore. He's well established. Young. I would have said up until this season, I would have said Mason Greenwood, and it's an awful shame of what's happened to him, because I think he had potential to be fantastic. Jeez, that's a good question, Keane. Obviously, you have young players with Real Madrid. Obviously, Vinicius Junior this is basically his first season. He's coming up. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. Barcelona have a young player as well. Let me just see. Let me see. Can I get his name here? I always forget his name. Let me see. He is. What's his name? Where is he? Yeah, Ansu Fati. Again, he's there. He's going to be. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. Pedri. Pedri has been tipped at Barcelona to be the next big midfielder. Not big in terms of height, but in terms of quality. Yeah, I was just going to mention it there as well, Keane. Darwin Nunez. I think Darwin Nunez does have the potential, without a shadow of a doubt. Has huge potential to be up there. Again, I think a lot will depend with him on if he does come to Manchester United, or where his next move is going to be. Obviously he's hot property at the moment, and it depends where he goes. If he comes to Manchester United, it's going to be interesting to see how his progression progresses, if you know what I mean. But again, I mean, look, there's players in different positions all over the world that you could say, like Alex says there, Timber as well, potentially as being the next big, top centre back in the world. And again, look, you could have a player that has all the potential in the world and maybe doesn't work hard or could get an injury, and then all of a sudden we're talking about someone else, so but yeah, we're a minute in, and Brighton have a throw on Manchester United's half here, right down in the corner, and but yeah, like we were saying, I think it's important to that Manchester United can get off to a fast start here, potentially get a early goal, and it'll take the pressure off somewhat. It's important to. But Brighton are well on the attack here. They're in Manchester United's box, cross into the box. Danny Welbeck gets a glancing header on it, but it does go wide for a goal kick. But yeah, poor by Dalot there. Dalot just he didn't get out as quickly as everyone else did, and he kept two Brighton players on side. But yeah, United just need to get a hold of the ball now, maybe for a minute or two. Like we said against Brentford last week, you just go through a bit of a sustained piece of possession and work off of that. Keep the questions coming though, guys. I'm enjoying them. Any other questions, throw them in. We'll have a chat. Make sure you get all your friends as well. Tell them all about the channel and get them to come and like and subscribe and get involved. But corner here now to Brighton. And Brighton have been on top here for the first 3 minutes or so. United have rarely got out of their own half, really. Short corner here by Brighton. Oh, it's a lovely training ground corner, and they're in here. And Lindelof does well to block it at the front post. Lovely training ground routine, you can see. They've been practicing that one all week. But yeah, another corner here now to Brighton, and they've started very well. Like to know what you think about the Pogba situation as well, if he does go to City, should he, or do you think he will, or? But United deal with the corner now, and but again, Brighton have basically had all the possession for the first 4 minutes or so here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks everyone for who's in, lads. Smash a like on the video if if you're enjoying. Make sure you do. Imagine Lindelof at Brighton. He's the kind of player that would suit them. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, look, I think he's probably his quality probably probably has him at a better club than Brighton maybe. But I'm sure they wouldn't turn him down if they had the opportunity. But United are struggling to get on the ball here. Really, they've been. Brighton have started fast, in fairness, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Manchester United here. But we have. Yeah, we have this game left, and then there's actually a gap of 2 weeks to Manchester United's last home game, which is kind of frustrating, to be honest. So, instead of just not doing a watch along next week, I'm going to see can I do the FA Youth Cup final on Wednesday, and I'm gonna if I can I'm gonna see can I get it on the TV, see can we get the channel, for just, or if we can get a one-off day pass or something. I think I'm sure it's on MUTV, but I'm gonna look into it. But I'll know closer to the time. But yeah, I see they're actually it's on in Old Trafford. I think, and I think they've sold 60,000 tickets for the game, and the reports today were saying that it's the second highest attendance in England this season outside of Wembley. So fantastic! I think all the money is going to charity as well. It's only €1 a ticket, so great to see the support there. United fans will be, will basically be. It'll basically be a full house of United fans, so it's great to see. And United haven't won the FA Youth Cup since the likes of Lingard and Pogba and all were there. I think it was 2011, so good chance to do that. I don't have COVID. Don't worry. But yeah, United are kind of settling in a bit here now. Just as I say that, Matic gives the ball away and puts it out for a throw. But yeah, United are settling in a bit. They're getting a bit more possession here the last few minutes. But I mean, they've been looking for a quick start, and we certainly haven't had it. It's been a bit kind of dead, and I think United have had less than 30. Let me just double check that. I think United have had less than 30% possession. That's a hard one to say. So United just need to keep the ball now for a bit and look to get up the field a bit more. What's for dinner? I don't know yet, Alex. I might get myself a takeaway, maybe. So we're coming up now onto the edge of the box here. Tellez with a cross in. Brighton deal with it easily enough and win a free. Raheem, can you share the screen? Not sure what you mean. Can you not see the screen, or what's the issue? Sorry, I just. Oh, sorry. I mean, you mean can I show this the actual match? Is that what you mean? Uh, yeah. Okay. So you want me to show the match? Unfortunately, you can't do that on YouTube. So if I was to live stream the actual match, there'd be a copyright strike and my account would be shut down. So we just do we just do the follow alongs where it's we basically just have a chat while the game is going on. So yeah, I mean you're more than welcome just to listen along. I'm talking through what's going on throughout the game. You're more than welcome to join in if you wish to do so, and we'll have a chat in the comments and stuff. But I can't unfortunately stream the game, or I'll be taken off of YouTube, unfortunately. Dallo does well there, great defending. But yeah, I mean you're more than welcome, Raheem, if you'd like to stay. We do these for all the Manchester United games, and we like to have a bit of a chat there and stuff and talk about Manchester United and football in general. So you're more than welcome. Smash a like on the video and hit subscribe. We'll be here for the rest of them. But yeah, United are, I suppose, in possession, keeping the ball, but there doesn't seem to be much penetration really. Brighton are playing a low block, keeping compact, and United are just kind of side to side more than attacking forward. Ronaldo takes it on his chest beautifully. Mata is unlucky with the ball coming down. That's a soft free now. He gets the ball there. Well, McTominay is slow, in fairness. That's two balls he's been slow to, and has given away a free. And I reckon if he gets another one, he'll be on a yellow card. Alex says get a kebab. Oh, I wouldn't be able to eat a kebab, Alex. I'd be too full. I might maybe get a pizza or something. But we'll see. I might make my own pizza. Maybe, you never know. But yeah, free to Brighton here, about 10 yards inside their own half. United have a very high line. And Lindelof is going mad with Matic, trying to get him up in line. It was pretty clear where it was going. A lovely ball in by... Well, Matic does well to calmly clear the ball. Langa comes away and wins a free. So it's good by United. They are defending quite well. They're composed on the ball when they're coming out, and I think the likes of Matic and Mata do give that to the team. In comparison to the likes of when you have Fred and McTominay as your out ball from the defence, it's a lot jittery, whereas, if Mata is basically having a free run, he's dropping deep. When you have him and Matic looking for the ball, they not only are they more comfortable when they receive it, but I think our defenders are more comfortable actually just giving them the ball, So, you could zip the ball into Mata there and he would, it would stick to him, And Harry Maguire there looking. Slabhead is on the bench. I think Harry. Let's hope that Saiti on the bench is seen a lot more next season. Please God. But look, who knows? He is having a bad season, but he actually played quite well last season, so you never know. Aaron is in. Nice to see Harry Maguire in his best position. I just said it, Aaron. Yeah. You know, they had a shot of Varane there. It had a shot of Varane on the pitch, and then a shot then of Harry Maguire with a big well, not a sulky head on, but I think the sun is in his eyes, so he's kind of, you know. Yeah, I agree, man. I hope he's on the. Well, look, it depends on who we sign in the summer. You know what I mean? And because we're going to have Jones and Bailly, you know, according to reports, are basically out the door. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see, can we sign someone? You know, because if we don't, you know, Maguire's going to be playing more than you'd think. Tellez now with a poor header, and it breaks to the edge of the box, and the shot is blocked there. But Brighton are doing very well, and another shot, and it's 1-0 to Brighton. Fucking terrible defending. Terrible fucking defending. And it was coming. You could see it coming. I mean, like, United have it's the one thing that has been poor with. They haven't been clearing their lines very well today. You know, and it's only 15 minutes gone. Tellez with a head like a 50 pence coin, heads it straight up in the air when he's not even been challenged. It pinballs around on the edge of the box. A shot is blocked. Second shot then is not. Tellez, 50 pence head up in the air. First shot is blocked. Second shot then from about 25 yards goes through 4 or 5 players. De Gea looks like he sees it late. Does he see it late? It goes straight through Lindelof's legs and buried in the bottom corner. United 1-0 down. And to be honest, Brighton deserve it. Fucking terrible. But the contrast between the game against Brentford the other night to today is just worlds apart. You know, I mean, United have, you know, they've been flat today. They've been leggy. You know, the intensity that they had against Brighton has been, against Brentford is just hasn't been there. And they've been very poor. And here they are again now on the edge of the box. And Trossard is on it. He's waiting for support, but Dalot reads the pass very well and comes out strong. And just lumps the ball up, but wins a free. Does well there. But United will want to up their game here because, you know, this Brighton team are not going to be pushovers. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's in, guys. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit a like on the video. Hit subscribe as well. If you want to get notified for when we go live again, we're going to be doing a lot of transfer videos throughout the summer. It's going to be an interesting summer for United. Biggest one in years. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. Here's Tellez now with a cross into the box. McTominay is at the back post, and Brighton eventually clear it, but it stays with Fernandez on the edge. Oh, he puts a lovely kind of side-footed cross in, but none of the United players react in time. It goes out for a goal kick. Poor goal to be given away, really. Like, you know, for the first one to be blocked and the second one then basically doesn't have anyone closing down. It was poor. Now Lindelof couldn't. In my opinion, Lindelof couldn't do anything about it. He made himself as big as possible. He's just unlucky that the ball went through his legs. But there didn't seem to be an urgency to get out and close down. Lindelof was by no means the closest man. You know. But yeah, United down in United are in Brighton's basically down in Brighton's corner here. Matic does well on the ball. He has Ronaldo with him. Matic is going all the way. It comes to Mata on the edge. Oh, and a block shot there goes for a corner. Good play by United. And to be honest, it's the first real, decent attack that they've gone on with any kind of pace. And, if we're going to have any chance in this game, we're going to need more of them. Adam is in. How you, Adam? I remember being heavily linked with. Says, he ended up at Brighton instead. Yeah, we were linked with him January 18 months ago, and I think it was 4 million is all they were looking for him. Yeah, and I mean, I think United chose not to sign him in the end, so I just have to come back to bite him, obviously, but I think he's a good player. I really do. And I mean, if you were going to get him for 4 million, I think it was an opportunity missed. But yeah, good to have you all in, guys. Like I said, hit like on the video if you can. Let's keep the chat going, and chat is looking good today. I'd like to know your thoughts on potential transfer of Pogba to City and do you think it'll happen? But it'd be interesting to see if he does go. Adam says, I was trying to think myself when it was. I knew this January was too recent. I remember there was a thing when he was in the Brighton reserves and people were like, thank God we didn't get him. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing, I mean, it all comes down to your scouting department, really, and obviously the scouting department with United is going through a major overhaul at the moment. Their chief scout, Jim, I can't think of his second name off the top of my head, has resigned as well. So there's big areas of change, but you look at, say, even in United's in Manchester United respect, Marcus Rashford was nowhere near the first team when he broke through. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but he wasn't even an afterthought in terms of bringing up to the first team squad. The only reason he was brought up is because United were so short with strikers at that time with when Van Gaal was manager, and he needed a striker. He scored 2 goals in a week, or was it 3 goals in a week, and the rest was history for him. So, just because players are with reserves, like you were saying there, Adam, doesn't mean they're potentially bad players. They might just need that chance, to go on and have a couple of good performances, and all of a sudden then, bang, they're in the team, Mata does well there, wins a free. But good position here now for a free. We have Tellez and Fernandez both standing over it. United pack the edge of the box. Fernandez is to swing it in. Goes to McTominay at the back. Brighton will clear. United just look flat. They really do look flat today. I mean, that same intensity that they had against Brentford just isn't there. And, and to be honest, like Brighton and Brentford, they seem to be set up in a similar kind of a way. So I don't see what's going wrong here for United. Again, it just comes down to individuals and their desire and will to get forward. Adam says, I agree with you. That's why I'm hoping between Ten Hag and Ranić, they can spot a few of these games or a few of these gems. What did you make of Ranić saying he recommended a striker in January? I love him. Yeah, I said it in the build up to the game here. We were on about 15 minutes before kickoff, and I was kind of saying that Ranić, now that basically we're as long as I was going to say as long as we don't lose today, we're guaranteed, but we're fucking 1-0 down. But here's Brighton again. It's blocked and goes for a corner. I was saying that Ranić, now that he sees the season coming to an end, European football is more or less now. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. We still need 3 points on the board. I think he's kind of letting the shackles off a bit, and he's calling it like it is. I think he's fantastic. I think the lack of honesty around the club in the last 10 or ever since Ferguson left, really, about who's in charge, what's going on, who's making signings, this lad is the problem, that lad is the problem. And Ranić just calls it like it is, in fairness, Obviously, there's things he's not going to divulge. He's going to back his players and things like that, and he wants results at the end of the day. But I think he's fantastic. He basically called the board out there and told them, I wanted a striker in January, and we were linked to, Haidara in January as well, that we could have got for 5 million, centre midfielder as well, and like if we'd have signed 1 or 2 players at a cheap price in January, it would have given us a much better opportunity to get top 4. So that's down to the board. Ranić was just told, look, here's a bunch of shit that you inherited from Ollie. Deal with it. See what you can get out of him. And, it just goes to show the lack of ambition that United had. Let's see who else is in here. We have Aaron says, I think let Pogba go, Jack. He's just not doing it for United since we re-signed him. There's a reason Ferguson kicked him out the door in 2012. Yeah, look, I've said it in a couple of videos now. It's time for Pogba to go. It really is. He hasn't done it at United, and to be honest, I don't think he's going to do it wherever he goes. I think he's. I don't think he's a team player. I think he's an individual. We said it before. He's a social media player. If he goes to Manchester City, according to reports, and these reports are strong, by the way. These reports are coming out from the likes of the Telegraph and, established, journalists. So, it's not the Daily Mail or the Sun or things like that. They're established journalists that, if he does go to Manchester City, it just goes to show the lack of class that the player has. He's after running down his contract twice with the club, going for free both times. He's given nothing back to the club, basically, in terms of performances and getting the club back to where they want. And obviously, he's not the only one to blame, but he is part of the blame. So I think it just go to show the kind of player he is. Sorry, guys, I have a bit of a cough. I don't have COVID. I have a frog in my throat. But, Jesus. But, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if Pogba goes to Manchester City, to be honest with you. I think he would be a good fit there. But like we said it in the build-up that, if he does go there and all of a sudden he starts playing well, it's going to prove 2 things. One, he was mismanaged at United, and obviously if Guardiola can, get a jig out of him, then okay, fair play to him. But if he does go there and starts to play well too, and more importantly, it goes to show that his performances haven't been up to standard with Manchester United, and he hasn't been consistent enough. So it'll be interesting to see where he does, and I'm going to keep a close eye on him next season, regardless of where he goes, because I want to see, does he continue his trend of inconsistency, or does all of a sudden he has this upswing in his performances. Adam says, agreed, let Pogba go. Couldn't care less where he goes, and I'm a fan of him. Like you said, he's a social media player. He reeks of an Ed Woodward marketing tool purchase. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. But it was kind of that whole, when we signed him under Mourinho. And I think at the time, I remember reading certain reports that Mourinho didn't even want him. And obviously he had a falling out with Mourinho at the end and stuff like that, where, he was giving him looks on the training pitch and all. But initially, initially when Mourinho gave his list of players that he wanted Manchester United to sign, he had a list of a tier A and tier B players. Pogba wasn't on any of the lists. So he was more of a club signing than he was of a managerial signing. And again, that's the issue that United have had over the last 10 years, since Ferguson left. We've signed players to sell jerseys, not to win trophies. And hopefully that trend is going to end with Ten Hag. Because it's so frustrating as a fan, you know what I mean? And it's an American model, and the Glazers are delighted with it. If they can get top 4 every year, get your TV revenue, make one marquee signing to sell jerseys, then you're making money. So I think it needs to change. Apologies about the cough, guys. I have a frog in my throat. I can't clear it. Owen is in. Good to have you in, Owen. In my opinion, don't let Rashford go. One bad season doesn't mean he's finished. Give him time to grow. He'll be back. Yeah, look, I agree with you there on. I discussed Rashford in one of my previous videos, and I said to him, I cannot believe the cliff that his performances have fallen off of this season. Just blew a bubble. His performances have fallen off a cliff. I don't know. And look, I'd always be a bit sympathetic with players when they have bad performances, because look, we don't know. There could be something going on in his personal life that's getting him down, and taking his mind off the ball. But let's get one thing straight here. I'm not a massive fan of Rashford. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a great player, but I think he could have a very important role in Manchester United if he gets his performances right. But under no circumstances will he be afforded the freedom of being a homegrown player next season if his performances continue. Manchester United fans won't and shouldn't put up with the level of performances he's had. But again, I don't think Ten Hag will either. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think he just needs to go away for a month in the summer and clear his head and just come back in pre-season, re-energise fresh and just work hard, because if he doesn't, and it's all it is kind of what annoys me about it is, all of the media reports and this and that is that, Ten Hag will be able to get a tune out of Marcus Rashford, and Ten Hag wants to work with Rashford and improve him and get him back on track and this and that. And it's typical English media with an English player. Why the fuck doesn't Rashford play himself out of this funk? You know what I mean? And he needs to rely on Ten Hag and a new set of coaches to come in and get the best out of him and make him improve and get him out of his bad form. Put your head down on the training pitch, work hard and get yourself out of these bad performances. So I think it can't be a one-way street. If Rashford wants to improve, there needs to be a bit of self-awareness. He all of the money he's earning, he needs to go and buy a mirror and just have a look at it. And have a look in it for a couple of weeks in the off season and get back and work hard in pre-season. Um, we have Adam there. I wouldn't let Rashford go either. But what really gets to me is his lack of running or effort in certain moments. Bad form can be excused, but never lack of effort. Yeah, I agree, 100%. And all the top coaches demand that. You know what I mean? I watched it's a brilliant documentary about Guardiola's 4 years at Barcelona. Take the ball, pass the ball, it's called. It's absolutely, if you haven't watched it, guys, go and watch it. It's absolutely unbelievable. And basically all of the players say that Guardiola says, I have no problem with you having a bad first touch, giving the ball away, shooting off target, missing a header, whatever it is. If you make a mistake, I have no problem with that. But I cannot forgive lack of effort, and you will not gain my team if you don't work hard, 100% of the time. And it has to be the case. And too many of these Manchester United players have gotten away with that for far too long. So yeah, and I think that's the first thing that Ten Hag will have to fix is the mentality and the mindset of these players, because the type of teams that are dominating world football at the moment, obviously Man City, Liverpool are the two main candidates. Work rate. It's work rate. It's high intensity, high press, so not to say that's the only way. I mean, there's different ways to skin a cat, but that has to be the backbone of your of your philosophy going forward, Adam says, where is the doc? Who's the doc, Adam? But yeah, enjoying the chat, guys. Anyone else in there, feel free to put up your thoughts or any other comments you have. Make sure you smash a like on the video as well if you haven't already done it, and hit subscribe. But yeah, Brighton have had the opportunities, really. To be honest, disappointed again with this United performance. They've looked flat. Brighton have been the better team. And let's check the stats. I mean, possession. The possession is nearly 50-50, slightly in favour of Brighton, 53-47. But United haven't really had an attempt. They haven't had oh, sorry, where's the documentary? Sorry, Adam. The documentary is on, I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, I think. You'll get it if you Google it. If you Google it, take the ball, pass the ball, you'll see it. I think it's on a number of different platforms. It's not on Netflix, I don't think. Just double check. But I think if you have a VPN on your laptop or wherever it is, you can change your location, and I think you can get it in the UK or Spain or somewhere like that if you change your location. But yeah, I mean, if you can watch it, it's brilliant. It's about 2 hours long, and it has all of his previous players like Dani Alves, Puyol, Henry, has Michael Carrick is in it. There's a lot of players. It's very good. But yeah, United with a chance here now. Free kick about 5 or 6 yards outside of Brighton's. No, about 10 yards outside. Ronaldo steps up, mile over the bar. But yeah, do go and watch it, and next time you're in the chat, let me know what you think of it. But yeah, let's have a look here. I'll have a look at these stats here. So as well, anyone in the chat there, I'm actually going on a... Let me just see here. I'm going on a Premier League talk show on Monday. A chap from England, Munsey is his name. He gets people like myself, YouTubers, football YouTubers, to come on and discuss the Premier League weekend, and everything like that. So it's going to be on Monday night at 7 o'clock on his channel, and I've just put the link into the chat there. If you want to come over and watch, we'll be on live from 7 o'clock on Monday night, just discussing everything over the Premier League weekend. They have different fans on from different clubs, so feel free to come over and watch that as well. Maybe give it a like and subscribe to their channel as well. So but yeah, Brighton are doing well now. They're coming down the right hand side, ball pulled back, but Delo does well to cover across. But Brighton have been by far the better side here, by far, and they've looked dangerous on occasions, not consistently, but they've had their chances, and they've had a lot more chances than Manchester United. Matches is dispossessed. That's a dive. Now that's a dive, clearly, but he wins the free. Yeah. But yeah, we were talking as well previously. What were we talking about before the game? Actually, about yeah, United have been linked with another defender. But anyway, we get back to it. Brighton with a free down in Manchester United's corner here. Ball into the box. Comes all the way back to the far post. Cross back in again. Dunk is there. Oh, and McTominay is lucky not to handball it, but clears his lines. Brighton are comfortable here. I mean, United are very slow with their press in comparison to midweek there against Brentford. I mean, it was a Monday night. I mean, like, they've been slow getting forward. Lack of effort, lack of enthusiasm. And they're going to have to up in the second half if they're going to get out of this game. I mean, if we look at the league table. Oh, they're in here. Oh, and Welbeck with a shin of Winawalla over the crossbar. Just hit his shin, and United are living dangerously here. Oh no, it didn't hit his shin. He actually side-footed and just overhit it. Varane makes a mistake, and it's unlike him in fairness. He kind of gets his feet messed up. Danny Welbeck pounces, but just can't chip it over the hair. So let's have a look here. So after today, we have 2 games played more than West Ham. We're 6 points ahead, but they have a better goal difference. When are they playing? They're playing tomorrow against Norwich. So Norwich are muck though. That's the only thing. So yeah, I mean, like, Europa League is not guaranteed yet. If we can get 3 points today, we'd basically guarantee it, but we're by no means out of the woods yet. Manchester United have been basically camped on the edge of their box here due to pressure from Brighton. I mean, it's kind of getting embarrassing at this stage. I mean, like, United are struggling to get out. They're struggling to hold the ball up when they do get out. But it's just, I mean, it's so flat. So flat at the moment. I mean, it's so surprising to see Manchester United like that. I mean, that's a fucking soft yellow card, ref. Will you go away? Anyway. But yeah, we're just rolling up on half time here. About 90 seconds to go. You just keep possession, but it's been a very disappointing first half, I have to say. And it's this is more of a Manchester United performance that we've seen this season than we've seen the last maybe 3 games: Brentford, Chelsea, and Arsenal. We've kind of gone back to the old United here, just flat, no enthusiasm, no desire to get forward, sloppy in possession. But yeah, it really does need to improve second half if we're going to get out of this game. Again, Matic has looked like one of our more lively players. He's looking to get forward all the time. He's looking for the forward pass. He's trying to increase the pace of the game every time he gets on the ball. But he's one of a very few that are doing it. But yeah, here's Fernandez now, and again Brighton are on a low block, and there's half time. Look, very poor performance. Very poor performance first half. Like we said, it's going to have to improve drastically if we're going to get out of this game. Again, I'm after forgetting to update the score as usual. Now, that's 1-0. But yeah, look, very poor first half by Manchester United, and like I said, it's going to have to improve an awful lot. I'm going to be back in one moment, guys. I just have to grab some water and go to the bathroom. I never went to the toilet before we started, so if you give me 5 minutes, I'll be back. Alright, we're back, guys. Thanks for sticking with us there. Now, but yeah. Alex says McTominay is like a dinosaur. He's so clumsy. Yeah, he is. In fairness, he's very slow to get around the pitch. I think it's an area. Obviously, it's an area that United are looking to improve in the summer. So, yeah, I mean, he's but I think he's another one of these players that's getting a pass from the fact that he's an academy player and so on and so forth. But I mean, yeah, so look, it is an area that United are going to be looking to improve in the summer. So McTominay is going to have to up his game. Fred, yeah, I would have preferred having Fred with what is going on here? 1 sec, guys. Yeah. Is my audio okay? You can hear me okay, can you? I presume it is. Yeah, I'd prefer to have Fred playing, to be honest, because he gets around the pitch a lot faster, and like you were saying, he's McTominay is quite slow in terms of transition from defence to attack. So yeah, I wouldn't be against bringing Fred on, to be honest. But United have been really, really bad first half. Really bad. Just checking some news here on Twitter. Look at that now. So there's a picture going through Twitter at the moment. Background is a bit sketchy. What's up with it? Is there something wrong with it, or I know it's a bit black around my elbow here, but there's actually nothing I can do about that. But yeah, there's a picture going around of Lindelof. It's on Twitter of Lindelof actually going for the block on the goal that that. Oh man, it's scandalous. It really is bad. He blocks his shot with his legs wide open and his knees, trying to put his knees together. It's quite embarrassing. Yeah, look. Let's just see what happens in this second half, because United have been so poor. Have been so poor in this first half that I just can't see it getting any worse, to be honest with you. But yeah, that do I like coffee? I do, Alex. I like a cappuccino. Yeah, I mean, like, just looking at the average position for Manchester United players in the first half. So it gives their average position in relation to where they've most likely been on the pitch, and every one of the Manchester United players, bar Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo's average position has been within our own half, and Ronaldo and Fernandes have only been 10 yards inside the Brighton half. So that goes to show how poor United have been in the first half. They've basically been pinned back in their own half by fucking Brighton. And United are ringing in the changes here. So Fred is coming on and Cavani. Let's see who they're going to come on for. Langa is one of them. And Matic comes off. Surprised with that one, to be honest with you. I would have taken McTominay off instead. I think he's been he's been like a scarecrow in the middle of the park, to be honest. So I'm surprised with that. But like, Cavani's coming on for Elanga again. Elanga is kind of the easy option there in relation to a substitution. If you're bringing off an attacker, you're not going to bring off Fernandes. You're not going to bring off Ronaldo. And Mata is kind of having a half decent game, really. So Cavani obviously is going to be coming on here. But yeah. Anyway. Shit. There we go. We're going to start it on 30 seconds. Yeah, again, straight away Brighton in possession. Looking to get forward as much as they can, as quick as they can. But yeah, we have, looks like two up top, Alex. I mean, two up top, maybe. Who we got? Mata and Bruno Fernandes. I mean, McTominay is after giving away a number of sketchy fouls there. And it's basically down to his lack of pace. There's players getting in front of him very easily, and all he can really do is foul them, or else he's going to be made look like a right tosser. And look, he's not a tosser by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a statement, But his positional game is just not up to speed, and he's so slow at getting across the pitch, and his decision making is very slow as well. He's just been made a mug of, and he has to foul players. He's going to get a yellow card. How he hasn't got one yet, I don't know. But and the likes of Ronaldo got one for basically nothing. Dallo has got one now as well, but it is deserved. McSauce is after getting away with a few. So just taking some notes. 121 0-0. Right now they're free. Pump it into United's box. Varanda as well to clear it. Basically a free header though. But I'd be interested to know what you think, guys. About the changes and about United's performance so far. If you're watching along. But it does look like it's hard to know what kind of way the formation is now. Like, are they gone two up top? Is Ronaldo gone wide? It's kind of a tough one to figure out. But put it this way, I mean, you know, with that squad that they have there, a ball zipped across the box for Brighton. No one there, and they're queuing up here, and it's 2-0. Fucking absolute donkeys, boy. Holy fuck. I mean, how slow do you have to be? Absolute donkeys. No, I take that back. Fucking turtles. Turtles, boy. Queuing up for a fucking shot on the goal. Ball played across the 6-yard box. No one there to intercept it, to clear it. And a Brighton player waiting at the back post to get on it, to recycle the ball, lay it off. 2-0. United are fucking septic. Septic. Lovely bit of control and a lovely ball across the 6-yard box. Trossard is there, and there's two of them. They're getting in each other's way to try and take the shot on. Now he finishes it lovely. De Gea is near post, buries it in the top corner. You know, no fault on De Gea there, I don't think. But United are just absolutely septic today. Septic. Disgraceful. Carry on. Fucking dickheads. Brighton are on the attack here again. I mean, they're going to get third here if they keep going. Here's Welbeck, little layoff. Trossard is there, and he turns once too much, gets it across, and Varane gets a header away. I mean, United are all over the shop here, and Brighton are in 6s and 7s here on the edge of the box. Fucking United are all over the shop. Fucking making an arse of this by again. You know what I mean? When you need fucking 3 points to go along and get, you know, and you know, Europa League, you know, just guarantee Europa League and just fucking put it to bed for once. Fucking muppets, boy. Fucking dickheads. Still no life in him. Look, just bland FC. And just like Brighton are clearing their lines so easily. That's really after annoying me now, that is. Here's Mata now. Looking to get a cross into the box. Gets a lovely cross in, but Brighton deal with it easily enough. I was going to say United looked deflated here after the second goal, but they didn't look fucking inflated before it. They haven't looked inflated all fucking day. Danny Welbeck just giving them the runaround. I mean, fuck off. Oh, I mean, like, Brighton are backheeling balls and everything here. They're making a muggy, ye fucking dickheads. Fuck's sake. Someone go in and throw in a fucking tackle. Fucking Brighton Hall Albion backheeling balls around you, making a show ye. fucking clear out these shower of cunts and roll on next season. I don't know. Come on, guys, get any questions in the chat or something. I need a bit of cheering up here. This is fucking disgraceful. Right. Who would be your first signing for Manchester United in the summer? If you had... now, obviously, players that we're being linked with, you know, you can't go out and say Mbappe or anything like that, but, you know, who do you think we should sign first out of all of the players we're being linked to? And then I'll tell you mine at the end. United have a corner here now. Tellez to swing it in. Deep ball in. Comes to Fred at the back post. Bruno pulls it back to the edge. I mean, that's just a fucking nothing pass. You have 6 or 7 lads in the fucking box, Bruno. And you pull the ball back, trying to be too fucking clever, as you always are. Put the ball into the box. Players waiting for it to be crossed, like. Fucking terrible bullshit and carry on, you know. Fuck, they've just shown a stat there on the TV that it's United's, they've just equalled their worst defensive performance in Premier League history. They've conceded 54 goals. 54 goals Manchester United have conceded this season. And you have players wanting a send-off at the end of the fucking year in Old Trafford. These pretentious, self-indulgent wank bags. After conceding 54 goals in the season, our worst Premier League tally of all time, and players have the fucking audacity to turn around and say they deserve a send-off. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Get the fuck out of the club and don't bother your arse ever coming back. I don't ever want to see you sitting in the stand in 20 years' time just because you were an ex-player. Fuck off and don't ever come back. Dickheads. Matt is trying his best out there, I mean, but shot there right down the middle of the goalkeeper. And look at that, look. Now Scott McTominay, a lad half his size, easily shuffling him off, shouldering him off the ball. And where's your man now? Your man is 40 yards ahead of McTominay because he's too fucking slow to get back, you know, and Brighton on the attack. It's just, mentality is so bad in this squad. So bad. Sorry, Ixan, I keep forgetting to update the score. Thanks for reminding me. The guy, anyone who's a regular watcher here will back me up that I do always forget to update the score. Apologies about that. But yeah, I mean, look, Brighton 2 up. You know, to be honest, Brighton have deserved it, man. You know what I mean? They really have. They're going to get a third one here. They're in here, and it's 3-0. 3-0. Brighton are making an absolute mockery of us. Absolute mockery. I mean, what more can you say? And it's just typical of this fucking squad. They're a bunch of absolute cowards. Frauds. You know, it's absolute men against boys. And Ronaldo is just doing that. I mean, he's as embarrassed as the rest of us. They've just absolutely checked out here today. And an absolute capitulation. Slow to close down, allowing players to run at him. You know, no organisation, no leaders, no one wanting nothing. Just to fuck off and get out of this club. Absolute Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Just disgraceful. And the sooner this team is dismantled and gotten rid of, the better. Because they don't deserve to wear that shirt. The first time all season that Brighton have scored 3 goals at home. They have the worst home record in terms of goals of anyone. I think they're giant bottom with Norwich going into this game, and they've scored 3 goals against Manchester United. These players are an absolute shambles. They're an absolute shambles, so they are. I'm going to update the score. Dargo says it to me to update the score. Yeah, just about to remember it before someone taught me. Let's see who's in the chat. Keane. Every time you think United are back after every game, they win like 3-0. They would try no more. I tell you what, if that was right, Keane, they would be going mad. Keane would be punching head out. They're in here for a fourth. Look. And Danny Welbeck dinks the ball. Oh, this is just unbelievable here. This is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. I can't do anything else here other than laugh. United are 4-0 down against Brighton. And Danny Welbeck, the forgotten man at Manchester United 10 years ago, dinked the ball over David De Gea. Now, I think someone else got a touch on it to put it in. This is an absolute capitulation out of Manchester United. I can't do anything other than laugh. They're fucking disgraceful. Now, I think it could be a handball. It's going to end up a handball, I think. Dalot clears it off the line. And it's a handball, I think, off Trossard. I think it might be... oh, no, it's not. It hits him on his chest, I think. United are a fucking disgrace. These shower of players are an absolute disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. And for any of them to think they deserve to put on a jersey next season for this club, bar... obviously the players, the usual suspects. McTominay, fuck off. Go off and play with fucking Derby County or someone. Who else is there? Dalot, go back to Portugal. Tellez, you just want to get your head checked again. Lindelof is muck. Fucking Varane, right, I'll keep you. Mata is gone. Matic is gone. Fernandez, you want to get your head out of your fucking hole. I mean, this is just a capitulation. These players are just the biggest shower of fucking frauds to ever put on a jersey for a Premier League team. They're checking an offside, which means, and it's not an offside, so it's a goal. You're a fucking shower of dickheads. So you are. 4-0. You're a shower of dickheads. Fucking dickheads. Oh my god. 4-0 at Brighton. I mean, just absolute. What are the guys saying in the chat? Aaron says, such a long road back for United. This squad of players are just so far off. Yeah. Useless pack of fakes. 100%. What do you think about the new manager of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag? Well, I tell you, let me see, how do I pronounce your name? Iksan. Well, I tell you one thing. If he can't improve this squad, I mean, I'd improve this squad, Iksan. So I'm delighted he's coming, and the sooner he comes, the better. Because we're talking, and I've done a video on it during the week. Up to 7 players to go. There's 10 or 11 players here now that really need to go. So the sooner that manager gets in and gets rid of these shower of pretentious frauds, the better. Alex says, now I'm going to play the PlayStation. I'm going to turn off my phone for the next 2 days. Bye. Yeah, well, I think I'll join you on that one, Alex. And Keane says, Erik ten Hag is running back to Holland. I tell you that. Well, I tell you, Cavani, great save. Yeah, I mean, I think, but I mean, in a way, if we're looking at Ten Hag, is he running back to Holland? I don't think he is, because he's going to say, well, look, I have fuck all to lose going into that team, because they cannot get any worse. They cannot get any worse. So I would just say, look, let him in, let him do his thing, give him 2 or 3 years, and surely it'll be better than this. There we go. Justin Lana here, absolutely inhaled the chicken. Good man. Adam, thank God there's only 1 game left. Only position I can see is Ten Hag. We'll have to build us from. Yeah. The ground up is in his image. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, he's going to have to put his own stamp on this, because this group of players are just an absolute shower of frauds, and I apologise for, cursing so much, you know what I mean, the last few minutes there, but I mean, these players are just absolute. I mean, for any of them to have, like, any reason, or, any excuse or any comeback when, fans and the media are going to be calling them out and telling them how crap they are. If they have any other, excuse for that, just fuck off and don't be annoying me, because you're fucking useless. And if you think you're any good, you need your head checked. So, I mean, I just can't believe it, I just can't believe it. Anyway, anyone in the chat still, lads, thanks for I am enjoying the chat and everything. It's a shame about the result, but do smash a like on the video if you can, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. United are fucking scandalous, absolutely scandalous. But like, Brighton, I mean, look, Danny Welbeck is fucking backheeling balls, and they're in here again. They're in it. Oh, look at this. They're queuing up for it. Oh, they fucking hit the post. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, what do these players need to do? I mean, you're the biggest shower of absolute tosspots in the fucking world. You're getting caught asunder by Danny Welbeck and Brighton with back heels. They're queuing up for it. Ah, oh, go away, you fucking dickheads. Ah. Well, I tell you one thing. If you don't follow me on TikTok, just go over and do it now, because I'm going to have some funny clips and some good content that are going to be clipped out of this video. Fuck me, United are bad boy. Yeah, they're getting they're getting cut asunder on the attack so easily. So easily. Ixon says, yeah, I have high hopes for Eric Ten Hag and change Man United's destiny for the better. Yeah, I agree, Ixon, because, it like we were saying, it can't get any worse than this. It really can't. So, I'm looking forward to him coming in and putting his own identity on the squad and, hopefully improving the mentality there and not taking any crap either, and I think he really does need to do that, because these players have had a free ride for a long time now, and it's about time a lad came in and, took over and took charge and said, I'm the boss, and you either do it my way or you're out the door, so I just can't believe this. I can't believe it. And Brighton now have a corner. Great corner in. De Gea punches away. But again, look, Brighton are first to everything. It goes for a goal kick, but they're absolutely first to everything. But Brighton are fucking... They're cutting us alive every time. Show the replay there of Cavani's header. It is a great header. It's a brilliant save by the Brighton goalkeeper. Owen says United are acting championship level, League One level at this stage, man. To think United came second basically with this squad last season just goes to show how far they've fallen. Now look, I think they got second last season on a technicality. Liverpool were dirt because they were destroyed with injuries with Van Dijk and all that kind of stuff last year. Chelsea only came good second half of the season when Tuchel took over. So I think United came second last season on a technicality. And they've showed their true colours this season. They're absolutely septic. They're so bad. They're so bad. Yeah, I just can't get over it. I really can't. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's in the chat, guys. I'm actually enjoying the chat. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you haven't. It's, we're having a good laugh at Man United's expense. Obviously, we're all Man United fans. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're not. But everyone is welcome. United have been absolutely atrocious, but the chat has been enjoyable. But I tell you what, I'd say the likes of Mata and Matic, especially there, saying, thank God I am out of this club next year. But I mean, United don't deserve anything from this game. Like, whatever about, have Brighton been good? Yeah, Brighton haven't been spectacular. They've been okay. They've been decent. United have been just non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. And, they've been made a show of by Brighton. They've been absolutely made a show of by Brighton. And, I mean, like when you see the likes of, here's Ronaldo now, but you see the likes of Ronaldo throwing his hands up in the air, and I obviously I'm not an admirer of that, but he's not throwing his hands up in the air giving out. Oh Jesus, they're bringing on Slabhead. Oh no, Jesus, no. Oh no. Oh no. Harry Maguire is on for Juan Mata. We're trying to limit the damage. Oh my God, against Brighton. We're trying to limit the damage against Brighton. Harry Maguire is on. We've hit a new low. We've hit a new low. Like, can it get any worse than this? Harry Maguire is on because we don't want to concede any more goals to Brighton, and it's 4-0. We should be ashamed of ourselves. We should absolutely be ashamed of ourselves. This is the lowest. This is the lowest. It cannot get any lower than this. So you can clip that, anyone who's watching, or if anyone who sees this in the future, it's never going to get any lower than this. Ever. Mark my words. I just can't believe that. Cannot believe that. Anyway, what's everyone saying in the chat? Transfer video tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow, Alex. Maybe early next week I'm going to do one. Adam says, it's even embarrassing that we have to utilise the likes of Mata and Matic. I like them, but they wouldn't play for any other top 6-7 side in the league. Maybe not even top 10. Yeah, I agree. United get one back, but Cavani is offside. Aaron says, thanks be to God, here comes Slabhead to tighten up the pack. Maguire on, but never got the armband. Does that mean captaincy is gone? I actually didn't see that. Now, look, I wouldn't read too much into it, but he's still club captain, technically, so that'll be up to the new manager to come in and, make up his mind on that. I don't think he should be captain. I've made that clear, numerous occasions. I think Ronaldo should be captain next year. Maybe Bruno, but yeah, Alex says, what's the point of that? And then Ixon says, which player do you think Erik ten Hag will pick for the Manchester United squad? In terms of signing, I'm not too sure, signings. Obviously, we're going to be linked to a lot of players, Ixon. So, obviously Timber is being linked from Ajax. Darwin Nunez is being linked from Benfica. We have Nkunku has been linked from Leipzig. So I think them 3 players, if we could get them 3 players, I think would be fantastic. They wouldn't be cheap, but I think the likes of current squad, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Varane, De Gea kind of stand out. Sancho maybe has had a half decent second half of the season. I think they're the kind of players you'd be building a squad around. So yeah, they're the players that I would be looking for. But again, look, and we've said it before, whether we agree with a decision that Ten Hag makes, if Ten Hag goes out and buys Luis Suarez on loan, gets him on loan, or buys him on a 1-year contract, as much as we mightn't like that, we have to back the manager in his decisions and give him time and give him the patience, because that's what he's there for. So, we have to back his decisions, regardless of what he does. Higson says, I hope he buys a player who can bring back the glory days of Man United. Well, to be honest, it's going to take a lot of players, I think, to do that. I don't think it's going to be a one-off player. I think with the amount of players that are going to leave in the summer, we're looking at minimum of 7 players leaving. We're going to have to build a squad again, rather than just 1 or 2 very good, marquee signings. So I think it's more about getting quantity of players in, but also balancing that with quality. So we have to, if you got 2 signings and their quality was up here, your 7 or 8 players are after leaving, you're short. So I think we need to come up, with maybe get 5 or 6 players and maybe bring down the quality of the player you sign and have good squad players. So I think that's the best way to do it going forward, given the situation that we're in. Keane says, Ranić wants banter, to be fair. This will go down as the worst United side in history. Yeah, it's not far off it, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, look, I wouldn't say the worst United team in history. United have been relegated to the first division in the past, back in the 70s. So, but look, it's not far off of being one of the worst. And Adam says, what do you think the budget will be for the summer? Budget-wise, the number that's been touted, has been 150 million to 200. I'd be surprised if it's as high as 200. I think maybe anywhere between 100 and 150, and then the rest then will have to be made up by sales, So if we're looking at, obviously Mata has gone on a free, Lingard has gone on a free, and Pogba has gone on a free. Matic is leaving, so we will get a transfer fee for him. I'm pretty sure he's not out of contract. So we get a transfer fee for him. We'd be lucky if we won't. We'll get maybe 5 or 10 million max. Who else is there? Jones is leaving. You'd be probably 10 million for him. Eric Bailly is leaving. Eric Bailly is probably a big one, but not that big. I would say 25 to 30 million. So, you'd be looking at 150 million that we'll have in the kitty. Now, if you go out and sign, we're looking at Darwin Núñez and we're looking at Nkunku, that would be 120 million gone straight away. Now, if you're looking at a centre midfielder, then we're looking at even the cheapest one there. We're looking at Calvin Phillips from Leeds, who's going to cost 40 to 50 million. We're also then going to need a centre back, 50 million. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to get all of the signings that. I don't think it's going to be an easy transfer window as you might think. I think we might have to go out and get Eriksen on a free contract. Players like that potentially to bulk up the numbers. But yeah, if United don't buy anyone next season, Ranić is the worst manager ever. No, they will buy. I think they will. I think Ranić is going to step into the background now and just give his recommendations on who they should buy. It's up to the club then to go and get him, But that's Ranić's I suppose, strong points where he recommends player. He has links with clubs. The likes of Nkunku now with RB Leipzig. Rangnick is going to have if United do get a chance of signing him. Obviously, I done a video on him a couple of days ago. If you want to go back and watch it, Rangnick has a link with RB Leipzig, and he actually recommended Nkunku to RB Leipzig when he signed there. So there is a connection there. So I think that's what Rangnick's role is going to be, and I think that's what he's good at. Sean says, United are very, very poor. I can't watch United anymore. I agree with you, Sean. Good to have you in the chat though, pal. You're more than welcome to stick around. Hit like on the video and hit subscribe if you want to join in for more. Good to have you in the chat. But I agree with you, they're very, very poor and they're hard to watch. But like I said, it can't get much worse than this, Sean. So, stick with it. Stick with the club. Things can only improve from here. Adam says Henderson. Yeah, Henderson is going, Adam. I forgot that one as well. And Martial. So, look, there is going to be, I think Martial is going to be a hard one to get out of the club. I won't lie. Only for the fact of his wages. I wouldn't be surprised if Martial goes on a loan deal again. Because I think his wages are too high. The clubs, clubs that will be looking to buy him in terms of his quality might be able to afford him, like Sevilla only took him because United are paying half the wages, so that's going to be a tricky one. But yeah, Henderson is potentially going to leave as well. But look, Ten Hag could come in and say, look, no, I want you as my number one goalkeeper. You never know. Ixa says, I think Eric Ten Hag wants to recruit great players. Then the cost is very expensive too. Yeah, but I know what you mean there, Ixa, and I do agree, but he's also very good at building squads and improving players as well. So you see the two teams that he's built at Ajax over the last 5 years. So I think if he can get that balance right, I think United obviously will improve. Adam says we'll have to do an Arsenal from last summer where they got players like Latanga, Wasamu, Towers. They were cheap but not bad. Yeah, I agree. You have to get them kind of players if you're looking for. What time is? Sorry, just give me 1 sec, guys. I have my wife here. Yeah, sorry guys. My wife just asking me a question there. Let's see. Alex says I'm gonna go have a nice day and see you in the next video. Yeah, see you, Alex. Thanks for joining in, pal. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah, Ixon says, yeah, I agree. Eric Ten Hag recruited Tomiyasu because he could replace Maguire. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to get a centre back because it looks like Jones and Bailly are going to leave. So we're going to have to get a centre back from somewhere. But yeah, it's been great though tonight, guys. Like I said, anyone who hasn't hit like on the video, make sure you do so. And if you want to hit subscribe as well, hit the bell notification when you hit subscribe. You'll just get notified anytime I put up a new video or go live. Adam says, do you reckon we'll sign any players on loan just because of the sheer number of players we'll need, or even loan with the option to buy? In terms of loan with the option to buy, I don't see United doing that. They've never really done it in the past. It's loan with the option to buy, not putting down any other teams that do it. It tends to be something that lower level teams do, that can't outright afford a player straight away. You know, with a club with United, if you're looking at anywhere between 100 to 200 million, in terms of transfer fees, that kind of loan to buy isn't something now look, maybe they might, I mean, new people coming in the background, by all means that might be something they might want to do. In terms of signing players on loan, I've no problem with signing players on loan, absolutely no way. I mean, if we go back to Alex Ferguson's time, he signed Carlos Tevez on a 2-year loan deal with the option to buy, so I wouldn't be against it, signing players on loan or even short-term deals like Ericsson on a free. If you could give him a 1 or 2 year contract, no problem. He's only, he's around the 30 years of age mark. So, I think it is an option. Like Adam says there, absolutely. I think, I think it is something we could do. I certainly wouldn't be against it. But like you said, we're going to need a volume of players coming in here, given the amount that are going to be leaving. And I would suspect the following summer we're going to be having another mass exodus of players, because I think, it's going to be pretty obvious next season which players are and are not good enough. We can tell by now, Maguire, McTominay, these players are not good enough. Alex Telles. So there's going to be maybe other players that are going to be leaving next season. So it's going to be an interesting few years in terms of who we're going to sign. So, I mean, it's a good time to be, starting a new era. I'm certainly going to have plenty of videos on it because I'm going to be kept very busy in terms of who we're signing and things like that. So, absolutely. Adam says, first time I went to Old Trafford, it was on the loan, Henrik Larsson, that scored a goal. Loans, if done, can be very good. Yeah, without a doubt. I remember that goal for Larsson. And Larsson actually, that story about Larsson signing, Ferguson wanted to sign him permanently, but he had promised the club that he was playing for in Sweden that he would only go to Manchester, because I think they were in their off season maybe. And he would go to Manchester United for a 3 or 4 month spell. I think it was maybe 5, or however long it was. And he was just a man of his word, and he went back to Sweden to play for the club that he promised him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he was a fantastic player. Great. So I remember playing for Celtic. I used to watch him all the time. Fantastic player. And then, went to Barcelona, done very well there as well. You know what I mean? So. But I agree with you, Adam, without a doubt, like that, loan signings are not necessarily a bad thing, as long as the player has quality, But even short-term deals, they'd be, can be beneficial. I mean, look what we done with Zlatan Ibrahimovic a couple of seasons back. He was only signed on a short-term deal. I think it was a 2-year deal. It was unfortunate that he got injured in the second year and missed a lot of it, but but yeah, Welbeck, he nearly made it 5. But anyway, look, game is rolling to a close here. I've not enjoyed the game in the slightest. I really enjoyed the chat though. Make sure you pass on the word, guys, about it if you want, or if you know or you think anyone who might enjoy joining in the chats and stuff like that. Make sure you get them to come on and subscribe and all. It'd help me out a lot. I do appreciate it. We're on anyone on TikTok as well. If you miss out on any of the clips or and I do tend to clip up these videos and put them up as TikToks as well. So make sure you check that out as well. Adam says, any current players for us that you think will surprise us under Ten Hag, like a Dalot? I think Sancho can improve a lot, and I think he will improve an awful lot under Ten Hag. I think Fred maybe could potentially improve. I think Elanga certainly will improve. Danny Welbeck trying bicycle kicks here. I mean, this is just fucking embarrassing. It'd be interesting to see if McTominay improves. He gives away another foul there, just as I said. Because he's been useless this season, basically. Now, look, I love his passion and his desire and his hunger and stuff, but his quality has just been terrible, So, yeah, I think he can improve. I mean, if anyone is going to improve, it will be Ten Hag. It's his, it's part of his philosophy that he does, take on a current crop of players and looks to improve them. But, I mean, the fucking Pope would go into this squad and improve some of them players. It's just because they can't get any worse. You know, they really can't get any worse. And they've been just absolutely embarrassed here today. Absolutely embarrassed. So, look, I mean, I think Ten Hag will improve us. I don't, not saying that it wouldn't be a hard job, but it wouldn't be a hard job to make us worse. You know, because we're just absolutely atrocious. I mean, Brighton are putting on a show here. They really are putting on a show, and United are chasing shadows. They're just, you know. But look, and it's if this happened 3 months ago, I'd be a lot more pissed off. But I think it's just basically due to the fact that, you know, the light, there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're the end of the season is nearly here. I just can't wait for the season to end. Obviously, I'm going to miss the watch-alongs because I do enjoy doing them. But I just can't wait for the season to end. For Ten Hag to get in, start making a few signings, and get the positivity back, you know. Adam says, poor Pope Francis, our new right winger, I heard he has a wicked cross. He does, yeah. He can cross with his left and his right, yeah. But I tell you, not even the Pope could throw a few miracles on this team and make him better. Fuck's sake. Brighton with another corner. I want to check the stats out here before this game ends, because I have a feeling they're absolutely embarrassing. Possession is in favour of United, right? So they've had possession but done fuck all with it. They've had 7 shots off target, 5 on target. Brighton have had 6 on target, scored 4 of them, and then another 6 off target. Corners, I mean, the stats are not massively in Brighton's favour. Brighton have just been confident on the ball and taking the chances. Another chance here now, De Gea. De Gea, don't even run out to the edge of the box all fast as if you're trying to get something happening, because we're fucking 4-0 down and it's injury time. It's going to be 3 minutes here, I think. But yeah, anyway, so it's been one of the lowest days for United, really has. I think this group of players, I cannot fucking wait for them to leave. Let me just note down what I'm going to say here. So, okay, this game is coming to a close here. So, I mean, match reaction. What can you say about this performance? This is pretty much the lowest I think it's ever been. I can't remember really a time where, you know, we've been bringing on a defender for an attacker with 20 minutes to go and you're 4-0 down. Basically just so we don't concede anymore. And it's Brighton we're playing against. I would say something if it was a top team like Liverpool or Man City. And even if it was to happen then, I would be fucking annoyed. So for United to be doing that against Brighton and Hove Albion is embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. They've hit a new low. David De Gea, non-existent in the goal really. But again, no protection. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for David De Gea. He was beaten at his near post for a couple of them. Dalot at right full, absolutely non-existent. Giving the ball away. Again, his crossing was terrible when he got forward. Defending is just fucking schoolboys. Alex Telles on the other side is just, full of heart and passion, but empty and void of talent. He's just not good enough. Lindelof and Varane have been very poor today. I have to say, very poor. They've been giving the ball away. They've been caught under the ball. Varane was a few times. Just very, very poor. Midfield, Scott McTominay, probably our worst player. Foul after foul after foul after foul. All because his positional sense is fucking atrocious. He's too slow. He can't read the game. Not good enough. But yet, Nemanja Matic gets hooked at half time or into the second half, whatever it was. And he was probably one of our best players in the first half. He gets hooked. So, Bruno, again, non-existent. Going through the motions. Trying a fucking Hollywood pass when a simple ball is needed. So, yeah, he's been atrocious again. And he needs to have a look at himself for next season. Alanga gets hooked again. Didn't really do anything in the game. So I've nothing against him being taken off because, there wasn't anyone that played well. Mata tried, you know what I mean, but there's only so much you can do. Mata will always look for the ball, try and get on it, and do the simple thing. And Ronaldo, he had a couple of chances at the end that he scuffed, so he wasn't really good either. Obviously the supply wasn't there for him, so that didn't help him either. And I'm not even going to mention the players that come on because, why bother? Harry Maguire comes on for what fucking reason, I don't know. It's just so fucking frustrating, so it is. So frustrating. United should be ashamed of themselves with that performance. And I said it earlier on, this fucking overpaid, fucking self-defecating or self-fucking indulgent shower of wankers. To see the stuff going on there during the week, that fucking, Jesse Lingard didn't get a send-off here and he's pissed off about that, and there's other lads pissed off about it. He didn't get a send-off here and a send-off there. To go out and put out a performance like that, just goes to show where this fucking team are, where this squad is. And I can't wait for all of them to fuck off. Now, let's end it on that one. Lads, thanks a million for everyone in the chat. I really do appreciate it. It's been great. If you haven't already done so, hit a like, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification. I really do appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. Same name, United Community Channel. I appreciate you all being on. We're going to be on for the FA Youth Final. A bit of joy, please God, on Wednesday night. If you're following me on TikTok and Instagram, I'll update it there as well, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll be back for United's final league game, thank fuck, in, I think it's 2 weeks' time. So yeah, look, thanks for everyone for joining in, lads. I do appreciate it. Spread the word if you have any friends or anyone you think you know might like this, or come and get involved, have a chat, have a laugh, let them know. But yeah, thanks a mil, and we'll see you on the next one.